Cool.
And yeah, it's always good to re-release the old stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe with a sticker or something like that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Or some bonus track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Now, originally you were supposed to tour Hypocrisy, but they couldn't make it due to visa issues, right?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah.
Or at least that's what we've been told.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I heard. Yeah.
You do a lot of traveling. Have you run into many visa problems yourselves?
We never ever had a problem with visas, and we're from Brazil.
Right.
We live in a busy city, São Paulo. It's like millions and millions of people living there. So the embassy, it's always full of people, right. And we had no trouble to get visas to get here. It's always good, for us.
You've never had any problems traveling in Europe or Canada or anything like that?
Never had any problem, like visas or never.
Right, I mean, like some people have criminals in their band, or at least people with records. Those people are bound to have problems, but you apparently have no criminal background then.
No, we have a clean slate.
And now I know that the band is made up of relatives, right? You guys are all related, right?
Yeah, 3 brothers.
And do you have sisters in your band? Is sisters in your family as well, or is it just you 3?
We have half sisters and brothers, but the 3 of us, we are full brothers from same mom, same dad. Right. But our dad, he had another wife and more children, So we have
busy man.
Yeah, his dad actually he passed away like 2 years ago, and he was busy,
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. No, it's cool, man.
And was he into music?
Yeah, definitely. He always listened. Actually, when we were like very young kids, and my dad was always listening to music, all kinds of music, like local rock bands, whatever. Always tapping and playing drums with his hands and singing. That's why I think that's where we got the influence. Like for the music. How trying to learn how to play, whatever.
And did he buy you your first instruments, or did you have to buy your own?
Yeah, he bought. I think like Moises' first guitar. He had a video game, like an old video game, and he sold the video game and bought the guitar.
Right.
And he never bought me a drum kit, but because I was the last one, as I am the youngest brother, I was the last one to get into the music.
I see.
Try to play and stuff, So I remember my first drum kit I bought with the money from my job. I was working. I was a young kid, like 14, 15 years old, and then I bought my first drum kit. But he supported us a lot. He was always saying like, you guys have to. I'm proud of you guys and shit.
Wow.
Yeah. He was always
very positive.
Very positive. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And was that your first choice, drums, or was that what you were stuck with?
I actually I bought the cheapest one I found,
right.
And but I sold it like just after a few months because I had to buy 2 pedals, and then I sold the drum kit to have 2 pedals, and I kept the bass drum,
right.
And then we had a rental studio, and I used to carry the drum kick and my 2 pedals, so I had a drum kit with 2 bass drums.
Oh wow.
Which was very unusual in the city where we were living, like in the south of Brazil, small city,
right.
And in beginning of the 90s,
Oh.
So yeah.
And was metal your first music, or did you grow up liking pop music or other rock?
No, some local stuff, like some local rock, pop rock singers that my dad used to listen to. Some folk music from the south, the place where we were born.
Right.
But then I fell in love with music for real when I was listening to AC/DC first time.
Okay.
Because we have an older brother.
All right.
He's not in the band, and he was a huge fan of AC/DC, ZZ Top, Deep Purple. And he had the vinyls, and every time we went to visit him, because he used to live with our grandmom.
Okay.
And then when we went to visit him, he was always listening to these bands, you know, AC/DC, and I was like, man, this is the best, the best music ever, you know. That's how we started. And Alex, he's the older brother in the band, and he was the guy who was like buying like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden albums and stuff, you know.
And the albums that get released over there, do they have different songs? Different in Brazil? Do you get different versions of what we get released in America?
I don't know. I think it was the same thing, you know, except that I know that a lot of bootleg. We had a lot of bootleg stuff in Brazil, you know.
Right.
This guy in São Paulo, he was releasing all the albums from Creator, Exodus, a bunch of bands, you know, it was just bootlegs, you know. Yeah.
I guess today bootleg would be YouTube.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
But we don't have to buy it anymore, right?
Yeah. But it's still, we have to buy, man. Come on, you know.
You got to pay for something. You got to support the band.
Yeah, support the band, support the scene.
And what about sports? Did you play soccer when you were growing up?
I suck on soccer. Alex plays good. He's really good. Moises does alright. We used to play a lot just for fun, with friends, and but nowadays I don't do that anymore because I'm afraid to get hurt, you know. And then we do like a jogging and some gym, you know, whatever, you know, some boxing, you know. But
boxing, huh?
Yeah. Just to get stamina, you know, and get healthy lungs and stuff.
I see Mile from when he comes to town.
Yeah.
A lot of times I see him jogging around the block.
He's very walking and jogging. Yeah. I think you have to do, you know, if you play this kind of music, it's hard, it's very physical, and demands a lot. So you gotta be in good shape. If you're not in good shape, then you're gonna have to retire soon, you know.
Right.
So I wanna
die early.
Yeah. So we wanna keep doing this for a while, and also have to take care of ourselves.
So what's next? You're doing this punk rock tour where you're playing like every night, no nights off, or no days off, and is it festival time for Europe, or are you gonna go back into the studio?
Yeah, after this tour, we go back to Brazil. We have a few shows down there, and then we go to Europe. We're gonna play some summer festivals like Hellfest, Obscene Extreme, with Full Force, and some club shows too. And then after that, we go back to Brazil, and we might start working on the new stuff for the next album.
Cool. And do you finally, do you have any words for any fans, any advice or anything you'd like to tell anybody that might be watching this?
Yeah, just stay true to the metal roots. Don't fuck around, go to the shows, support the real bands, and fuck all the posers and emos in the world.